Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another review, honey. It is late. I'm tired. I got my plaits in my head and everything ready for bed. But y'all gonna get this good old 90-Day Fiance review, okay? Anyway, if you have not done so already, please come on to subscribe to my channel and welcome on JayBird. Dun, 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 and all that goodness. Okay, do not forget to like this video. Please like the video, comment in the comment section. You can share the video on your Twitter or your Facebook. You can also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. It's on the screen somewhere. You can always also check the description box because it has all kinds of information for you. Okay? And if you want to know when a video is up, make sure to click that notification bell because it lets you know when something is up. Okay, but let's get it started in here. Okay. First up we have Mike. Mike is new to the show this time. He's from Washington? Well, he's from Washington. Okay, and his name is Mike. Okay. Big Mike. Big Mike is what we're gonna call him. So Mike, he is 34 years old. He lives and works on his family land. He says his father sold him the land because his father was going to sell it to whoever else. But he said, no, daddy, let me buy it. So he did that. But he brings up, buying the land and keeping a hold of it and keeping it, afloat has caused him some financial hardship. Okay, he acquired some debts with the land. But I'm like, sometimes you gotta make do what you do because you can't be buying land if you cannot afford to keep it up kept. Okay, so he springs up how right now it's just him and his Uncle Bo on the land. And Uncle Bo is like a ranch hand or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know if Uncle Bo gonna be able to hang in there like that because he was just chilling. So he brings up how he was married before. It was a short marriage. Okay, his first marriage because his wife left him for another woman. Okay, and so he got a little bit depressed. He gained some weights because he was depressed because his wife left him for a woman. Because he don't have a vagina, so he can't give her a vagina. So he said, but he then got back on track. He has now lost the weights or whatever, and he is feeling a little bit better about himself. He has a friend. Okay, his friend met a lady from the Ukraine. Okay, so his friend met a woman from the Ukraine. They then got married. They then had a baby, and Mike is the godfather to his friend's baby. Okay, now his best friend's wife's friend, Natalie, is the godmother of the baby. So he's the godfather, she's the godmother, and they were kind of introduced. They started chit chat over the phone or whatever, and then they met in person or whatever, and now they're a whole couple. Okay, now Mike and Natalie they're a whole couple. Okay, and in this, I don't know why sometimes in these pictures they look like wait. They look like family. They just got some matching features. Okay, the nose is shaped the same. It's my girl. I don't know. Anyway, that is his Ukrainian girlfriend, Natalie. Now, of course, they was talking and chit-chatting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? After they was meeting and stuff, he ended up proposing to her, whatever, and now they want to be together. Okay, so he brings up how they're a couple, but they're like complete opposites. He loves meat. She's a very vegetarian. She's religious. He's not. You know what I'm saying? We're like Beauty and the Beast. And I said, well, you're not a beast. She's anyway, so he proposed to her after a few months of them talking. So at least it was like a week or two, like other people did or whatever, or one day. So again, he proposed to her. So now that it's waiting for her K1 visa to be approved. Okay, so they have a little conversation over video phone, and she brings up how, you know what I'm saying, to help her mom be okay with her moving to America. To people Mike, she gonna tell her mama how, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have kids, so you will be a grandmother. Okay, so I know I'm leaving, mama, but you're gonna be a grandmother, which should make her mom happy. So you're like, well, we need to take things like one day at a time. We have to see about that. Like, I want kids, but maybe not today. Okay, maybe not tomorrow, just someday. Okay, so he brings up how, he wants to get out of debts before he has children. Okay, and he has tons of credit card debt that she does not know about. And he said he hopes when he tells her about his credit card debt that she will not leave him. Always ask a man when you're dating, once y'all get to that point of like talking about marriage, are you in debt? Can I see? Let me see your credit report. Are you in debt? Are you owe a lot of money? Because when you marry someone, their debt becomes your debt. Okay, just saying. And you don't want to go into a marriage or into a relationship in the hole. Okay, it's one thing. Like you and I ain't saying I can't owe no money, but I don't want to marry a man who like is like 100 grand in debt. Cause 100 grand, like how that's gonna happen, brother? That's not gonna happen. Anyway, so they've already booked flights. So they're anticipating that her K1 visa will be approved soon. So they kind of booked a flight already for her to come here, and they're kind of just waiting for it to be approved. So she gives them a call or whatever, and she lets them know, like, well, I talked to the people or whatever, and it hasn't been denied, but they did tell me it's gonna be about another 6 months before it'll probably be approved or whatever. And so she's all sad or whatever. She brings about, again, the flight was already booked. I've already kind of packed up. I've already said bye to my family and my loved ones and friends or whatever. So she's sad. She's very, very sad, okay? And she said, I need you right now. Can you come visit me? Because I just need you beside me. He like, well, it's not the right time. Money's tight right now, so I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, I just need you. I really need your support. So he then says, you know what? I'll make it happen. Yes, I will come to see you. I say, that's why you in debt, because you don't know when to say no. Okay, look, use credit cards to be a little bit of a help, but you don't use credit cards to fund your lifestyle. Okay, your regular income is what should fund your lifestyle. Period. Okay, and you also should always live under your means. If you're in debt, you should not be buying no ticket to the Ukraine. I just assume it's expensive, and again, you are already in debt. Okay. Anyway, next up we have Anna and Mursel. Okay, as they're both 38, but I swear you would think they were 17 because they're a little bit stupid. Okay, for the most part, it's just I just don't think they're smart in what they're doing. But we gonna see what's gonna happen. So Anna brings up how it's been a tough couple of days, mainly because since they had dinner with her mama and they found out that one Marcel does not want to tell his family that she has children. Okay, and that's a big, big thing. Okay, and she also says because she don't know if when his family finds out if he'll stay with her or if he'll leave her. Okay, because he may leave her. And I said, well, girl, leave him first. Anyway, so now they're talking through this translation app in the park. Okay, in the park, sitting around talking. Let's take a long walk in the park after dark. A spot. So I'm sorry, y'all. I be having the moments. Anyway, so they have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But was having a hard time understanding if he was even understanding what the app was saying to him. Because I mean, it was just weird. But I wonder if he puts in what he's saying is in his language, and then it says it back in English, and he reads it. But I always feel like he don't know what he's talking about, but I don't know. So she's just asking, like, what would he do when his family finds out about her having sons, about having children or whatever? Will he leave her for that? He like, well, no, I love you. I love you, and they won't hear about it. And I'm like, what you mean they won't hear about it? I wonder if he means they don't speak English, so they won't know who them kids is. I mean, the kids don't fully look like her all the way. They do. They don't. They do, but they don't. But I wonder if he mean like they won't know because we ain't gonna say it in Turkish, like Turkish language, and well in Turkish. So I don't know. Okay, so he then says how he plans to keep her sons a secret. Period. He don't plan to tell his family. Period. Okay, because in his country they will shame you for being with someone who has children. So I'm like, do people in Turkey don't get divorced? Like, do they not get divorced? And if they get divorced, you can't. A woman with kids has got to be single forever. I'm just wondering. I don't know how that goes because I don't know. It's kind of crazy. He brings up how. And if his family did find out that she had children, he would be upset. But he don't know if he will leave her or not. He not sure what he gonna do if that happens. I say, brother, this is teen too much for me if you ask me. Now she then said, well, how long do you think you're gonna wait to tell your people about my children. This man said 10 years, okay? I said, what? I said, what, sir? Yes, he said, I'll tell them in maybe 10 years, we can tell them about your kid. And she was like, that is crazy, okay? He says, I will tell my parents on their deathbed, okay? I will tell them on their deathbed because at that time, you can confess all the stuff to them and then they'll forgive you because they dying. What the fuck? Bruh, I don't. People is weird, okay? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Anna brings up how it's not fair for, her kids to like just kind of be ignored, to not be talked about, to just act like they don't exist. It's not fair to anyone. She's like, it's not fair to me, it's not fair to my kids, it's not even fair to his parents. When he says his family, he means his parents. Mainly his parents, okay? She's like, I won't marry him if he decides to not tell anyone about my kids. I'm like, Anna, he's telling you he's not telling anyone about your children. He's making that clear to you in his own language, but he's saying it. Saying they won't know about your kids. I'm not going to tell them. I would tell them in 10 years. He's saying to you, your kids have to be a secret for until my parents die. Okay, that's when they are no longer a secret. And I'm like, anyway, he brings up how, again, if they find out, they'll tell him to leave her, and then he'll have to go back home to Turkey. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I mean, I think he don't plan on staying in America long. He said something like, um, I wanted her to come stay with me in Turkey because my time is such a beautiful town or whatever. But I had to come here for a little while. I don't think he plans to stay in America long. I think he want to stay long enough until his parents possibly die, and then he'll go back with the kids. It's just weird, okay? Now back at home, I think the two oldest sons, I think the youngest one was there too, was asking like, okay, now what's going on? Like, when will we be able to go visit the country of Turkey? Okay, when will that happen? Mursel lied. He then said, oh, in about 3 years. I'm like, what? And Anna say, no, tell them the truth. Like, don't lie to them. So he then tells them like, okay, ma, I have family issues, I'm saying, and they don't know about y'all. Like y'all a whole secret, okay? The family wouldn't talk to me if they found out about it or whatever. And so he hopes they understands him not wanting to lose his family by telling his family about her kids. And the boy, like, I'm saying, well, if he loses his family, that's his fault. I'm saying, why be my mom if you can't, be open about us as our children? If you lose your family, that's on you, bruh. Again, you should have never dated my mom. You knew about her. You know she has kids. If you lose your family, oh well, it's on you, was what they were saying. Okay, so one of the sons said, well, Mom, if you had to choose between me, well, us, and Mursel, like, who would you choose? I would, well, he's here because I would not choose him. I would never not choose y'all. One point said, Mom, I don't believe you. I do not believe you not one bit. I said, girl, when your sons don't believe you not one bit, that means you're a liar, and they know it for the truth, okay? Or because they realize this man ain't told his people about us already, and you still brought him here. Because you're hoping that, you don't have to choose him over us, but you might. You just might, okay? And that's what happens with them. I'm like, Anna, don't be dumb. Let Mursel go back to Turkey and have some turkey, and with his family, he can find him a good Turkish girl who has no children over there, okay? And you don't have to worry. I want to bond with somebody about bees. Girl, fuck them bees. And now we have these two people, okay? Roberts and Anny, okay? I met her on one day in the Dominican Republic, and I proposed 8 hours later, okay? The foolishness that is these two, and I feel like it's going to be a bunch of foolishness all up and through this whole season with them because, I can't believe it. So it's the morning after day one, okay? And we find out that after the baby went to bed, okay, after the son went to sleep, Anny and Robert had sex in the living room, which there's nothing wrong with that. People have sex in living rooms all the time. But I feel like the first or second time, or the first time, I had sex with my man when I'm newly to the country, to the city. When I go visit somebody, our first time should not be in your living room. And I feel like he don't even have a comfortable sex couch. I just feel like it's not a comfortable sex house. I'm like, and if it was on the floor, girl, I just could not. But I mean, sometimes you get it how you live. So she asked him, like, you take me to buy some clothes because I didn't bring any clothes with me. I left most of my clothes, back there for my sister to sell so they can make some money, like her and my dad. I'm looking like, I keep forgetting how poor she is. You know what I'm saying? Back in her country. So, he like, oh, I forget you're so caring, to leave your stuff for them to sell so they can have some money. Yeah, yes, girl, I will take you shopping, girl. I love you, girl. Okay, so today after dropping the son off at school, they go shopping. Okay, and he takes her to like a resale shop. Look, I don't shop at resale shops because usually for my size clothes, they don't have much stuff and I ain't got time. However, I consistently give clothes to resale shops for that reason because I know what it's like to be plus size and maybe not be able to afford things and it usually don't be nice stuff for resale shops. So I give sometimes brand new stuff to resale shops because I shop so much and sometimes my closet be so full, new stuff get lost in the shuffle and then be a year later, I'm looking like, oh, I haven't worn that, I'll just give it away. So at resale shops, you find some really, really good finds. Like I have stuff with the tags on it, never worn, or if I've worn it maybe twice, and it's in like brand new condition. So my thing is, not all resale shops have like dingy, dirty clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's not that or whatever. So again, she walking through, and at first she don't realize it's a resale shop. Okay, so she walk. This is ugly. I don't like that. No, it's on my style. Ugh, ugh, rags, and she's just down and everything in there, okay? Now, she said, I thought I would get fashionable clothes, you know what I'm saying? Some Chanel, some Versace. I say, girl, why you think that? You think girl, I said, look, he is not rich, okay? He is not rich, but I get how foreigners see America as, okay, everyone must be out here buying Chanel, Versace, all that Louis Vuitton, okay? And I'm like, that ain't, no, that's not even how it goes at all or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They need to start watching this show. If you are a foreigner, watch 90 Day Fiance, watch Teen Mom, see how some people are just broke and not even broke. I'm not going to say broke because sometimes, because I don't think Robert's broke. But I think he's just not as broke as somebody is in the Dominican Republic. Okay, he's probably just comfortable. Okay, he's living, you know what I'm saying? He's able to afford his own place. He has his own car. He has his own clothes. The son looks clean. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, but he not rich at all, girl. Not at all or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she then tells him, I don't like anything here. You know what I'm saying? It's all ugly. Then she realizes, because the lady come up, the store person, whatever, come up and say, oh yeah, it's like, we buy stuff all the time from people or whatever. She said, wait, is this, are these clothes used? And she said, yeah, we're like a resale shop. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now she's offended. She can't believe that he would bring her to a resale shop. But I'm looking like, girl, resale shop, boutique shopping is popping here, okay? In her size, you can find some great stuff, but she dumb. She don't know no better, okay? She wants new, fancy, expensive clothes. If you do that, you will stay poor. Just saying, okay? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? This stuff can be from dead people. If they can't use it, they ain't dying it. It's okay. I don't think anybody has ever taken clothes off a dead body and donated them to charity. Usually, clothes off of deceased people are thrown away unless somebody asks for them. Just saying. Okay. Anyway, so my thing is, she's so upset at the fact that he brought her to this resale shop. Well, you should have brought your own clothes from home. If you brought your own clothes from home or brought your own money from home, you can buy your own shit. But you can't do that. So beggars cannot be choosers, especially in America. Okay. Anyway, so I'm like, it's just kind of crazy. So he look, you know what I'm saying? I'm only one person. I work. I got to pay all the bills. We got this whole wedding or whatever. It's a lot that I have to pay for it, so I can only do so much. But girl, anyway, well, fine. Don't buy him anything, and then she leaves. She throws out. She's upset. Okay, so he thinks she being selfish or whatever. He say, you know, what I'm saying, I can't believe she act like this or whatever. And they're in the car, and they kind of arguing about it, or whatever. Because he think used clothes isn't a big deal, and she think I can't believe you want me to wear used clothes. I see it from both standpoints. He maybe did not take her to a used shop on the first time he took her somewhere. But I also feel like if you don't have nothing, you can't be upset that he took you to where you can get a lot for a little and it wasn't McDonald's today. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, so we see that. She's upset, she ain't getting her clothes, whatever, but they go home. And then see them later on, go to dinner. Okay, and in the car they're still arguing, and he said he's upset with her for thinking she was all that, and she can't shop at a thrift store. I said, not that she all that, girl. Anyway, so she said, you told me you were taking me shopping, which to me meant, you know what I'm saying, to the mall for new clothes. He said, well, technically, I took you shopping. It just wasn't to a mall. I said, these two are going to irk my nerves, and so much so that it's gonna be funny. Okay, I can't take it. Anyway, so at dinner they're discussing the wedding. She sees the menu at the restaurant where it's like seafood and fish and everything, and so this like we have menu at the wedding. He's like, girl, no, this is expensive. We're gonna have a buffet. She's like, what? What? No, 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 no. So she wants a fancy wedding on Miami Beach with an expensive, what I'm saying, reception and menu, whatever. And he like, no, we're gonna go to a buffet. It's gonna be, no one eating or drinking on me for free. That ain't gonna happen. You must think I made the money, whatever. We're going to a courthouse. We're gonna have a courthouse ceremony, and then we're going bowling. I say now, no, no. You cannot say we're gonna have a wedding at a church, not a church, at a courthouse, and then go bowling. Bowling? I'm not even upset with his idea of we'll have a ceremony at the courthouse and then go to like a nice buffet restaurant. Pierre, if you can't afford that, I don't think my cousins got married long years ago. Went to the courthouse here in Detroit, got married. We was all, it was me, my mom, my dad, it was all down there, whatever. It was like maybe 15 of us. And after the wedding, we went to a restaurant and we all, got our own food. Because it wasn't about them fancy whatever. It was about them being married and we all went out to eat. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay, he trying to think what this means. But the bowling shit, I'm looking like, bro, for what? Why? At least go to a regular ass place. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? Her complaint is before I came here, he had all these promises that he gonna buy me clothes. He'll give me whatever I want. He would give me the wedding I want, and now I'm here and it's different. He want to give me rags, used clothes. I can't have a wedding. It has to be it's a ceremony and there's some bowling. Again, he's not holding up his end of what he said he would do once I got here. Okay, and then he said, I'm concerned. My main concern is being with you, getting to know you. Okay, I'm not really trying to turn myself with no flashy Hollywood weddings and this to be him saying spending buku dollars. I don't want to spend all this buku money because he ain't got it. Ain't got it. So she keeps bringing up how she wants a wedding in Miami, about being in Miami. He like, why are you so concerned about Miami? Like, do you want to live there? Maybe. He said, we know what, you can move there by yourself. I said, they arguing now? Okay, they arguing now. Okay, fine. So, he like she tripping. She say he tripping or whatever. And then he says something back to her. And she said, don't talk to me like that. I will talk and drink in your face. I said, now here we go. Okay. It was crazy. Point to blank period. So the food then comes. She then said, I don't want to eat. I want to go home. I'm not happy, whatever. You've ruined the whole day. Okay, you ruined the whole day. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Every time you get upset, is you going to, have a little attention tantrum like a kid? And, storm off or whatever, like a baby, like you did earlier. Well, you need to say sorry to me for taking me to that resale shop. He said, okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? I am very sorry that you are inconsiderate and a big ass crybaby. I said, then he said, how about that? I said, Robert is an asshole. Okay, yes, I know an asshole named Robert as well. Okay, anyway, so, I want to go home. I want to go home and I want to sleep far away from you. He said, he said, far away from me is the living room. So, girl, you know what? I could not deal. This is the worst second date ever. Their first date was the Dominican Republic date. That was date number one. This is technically date number two, and this is not going well. So they fuss it on the way home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Still, like, you and it's other women in the world. It's other men in the world. Just back and forth, back and forth. They just upset. They upset mainly because he say she think everybody rich, and she say he promised to get her stuff, and he's a liar. He said, well, you can, he said, you can sleep your ass on the couch. No, you can, again, back and forth, fussing in the car. It was funny, funny, funny. They get home, and they both kind of go to the bedroom, I guess, to get there first, so the other one has to sleep on the couch. But they both, like, get there at the same time, whatever. Well, you should go in the room. No, you can go. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just, it's just dumb. They both admit they're seeing a side of the other one that they don't like, for one. And then for two, they don't know each other as much as they thought they did or whatever. And so things just not going good. Okay. But he said, like, look, we got a whole sitter for the night. The baby gone, whatever. This should be a good night. But like, let's just try to end it on a good night. And I have a gift for you. He goes to another room with a closet, and he pulls up the gift. It's the lingerie he bought before she got here, and she liked it all because it was nice. It was new. It was fancy. Okay, and so she put it on, and now they hugging and kissing or whatever, and they gonna do it. And I'm like, mm. Okay, and next up we have Michael and Juliana. The older man, the younger woman, all in each other's faces. Okay, so they are now, together or whatever. Because I think her panel was it? Yeah, no, he went to his lawyer, okay, to complain about the people asking her was she a prostitute. I'm looking like, why are you so shocked at that? And why did you go talk to a lawyer about it? And the lawyer said, I'm not surprised they asked that question. Just considering your age differences or whatever, where she from, you from, I'm not surprised at all. So keep your white privilege down to a minimum, sir. Okay. So we then see again her cake one was approved. And so, they did not think she was a hooker. She passed the I'm not a hooker test. And so she's coming to America to meet her rich white man to marry him. So he rents a Hummer limo to go pick her up from the airport because he says he wants to make sure she arrives in style. So he rented a whole Hummer. Now, this is 3 days later after her stuff got approved. So I'm like, they ain't like the other people, you know what I'm saying? It's approved today. Okay, your flight is in 3 days. Okay, I will see you then. So he says he's nervous about all of this, how it will play out. Because again, her being in his world with him and the children and all that stuff, I make a little bit bigger. Just because. And so yeah, he's nervous about that. Again, because again, she's only 23, his kids are like 10, so they're basically the same age. Now, my thing is, I'm mad he took that big ass Hummer to the airport, taking up all them spaces. Okay, conserve the spaces, sir. So she get there and they hugging and kissing, hugging, whatever. She's very, very happy. She's in the airport crying because she's so happy that I cannot believe I am finally here. Okay, I am here. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, and so he brings up, we have been fighting for so long for her to get here. I cannot believe she's here. I said, what she is. You know what I'm saying? Not in the car. You know, he said, this is a limo, so how about, we could do a limo porn movie. And I said, what? Dirty? Oh, that's why I think she's a prostitute. Because you want to do pornos in the limo on the way home, Lord. She said, no, we're not going to do that or whatever. She says, she's had her life, whatever. With her only being 23, it's a big risk for her coming here or whatever, but it's very much so worth it. She said she was very, very poor growing up. She worked as a seamstress, making about $10 to $20 per month. 10 or 20 bucks per month working as a seamstress in her little town. They will also collect bottles to get money to buy food. I said, oh, that's poor. That's poor. Okay, so for her, she said the next 90 days it's bigger than anything I've ever had in my life, whatever. And I just hope it all works out. Meaning, I hope he does not send me back to where he got me from. So they on their way to meet his kids. Okay, and she's nervous. Okay, he said that she seems nervous because she's already a shy person. So he does wonder how she'll be with the kids. He said, I do think she's nervous about them liking her or whatever. But the house, it was messy. But I think it's because they were moved, so stuff was boxed up. It was just, when I moved, it would be a lot of mess behind me because it was boxes everywhere, whatever. It was stuff everywhere. So I guess so. So the kids are there. The little girl, the daughter, seemed very happy and very friendly. And I'm like, I think she likes her. And his son probably has a crush. They both bring up how she's really, really pretty. And their father's really, really lucky to have her, whatever. And I'm like, okay, the son probably has a crush. And he was like, it's so nice to meet you in person. The son, I swear, is like 8, but in his body is like a 42-year-old, like his dad, a 42-year-old woman. I'm just saying, okay? And so they made her like a little candy cake with little worms on it that said like welcome or whatever. They made her breakfast, okay? And the daughter cooked like the eggs and the sausages or whatever. And then the son said, I kept reheating it in the microwave, so that's what I did, with this or whatever. So she thought the daughter was, no, the son was very, very smart, which he was. And I think she loves me already. The daughter looks at her like, oh my God, it's a Barbie doll. We can play. We're almost the same heights. Okay, she's another kid to play with. I'm like, I guess so. And they all seemed to get along for the most part. They were like laughing and talking or whatever. And then they sat down and ate breakfast. And it seemed great. Now we have to see what happens when she meets the ex-wife. I see some trouble brewing in the forest. Okay. So next up we have Emily and Sasha. Okay. Third time the charm. This is his third fiance, third baby. He has a whole pattern. Okay. So in the middle of the night, her water broke. Okay, her water broke or whatever. So the baby's on the way. Okay, on the way. Now the hospital looks haunted. It's like it seemed like an old haunted hospital, and the ghost was just walking around servicing people. I mean, why the lights off in the hallway? It was just weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a lawn chair. Look, it was a lawn chair in the room. I was just confused. Okay, this is the hospital room. It looks like a mental ward. Okay, in them old movies when they would show mental wards or whatever back in the day, this is what it is. I'm like, and that's a lawn chair. Okay, and not even that's the one you don't want in your house. People fall out of it. I'm like, what is a lawn chair? But girl, I guess. So again, that's her room that she's in. That's her hospital room where she's gonna give birth. If the bed don't move, it's just a lot going on around here. Okay, so she don't speak Russian. So because she does not speak Russian, Sasha's playing translator. Now he brings up how for his first 2 kids, he was not in the room. He wasn't even at the hospital. He said, I don't even remember where I was when they were born. Because there, the men are never there. You know what I'm saying? The men aren't there for it at all or whatnot. He said, but because Emily does not speak Russian, they've allowed him to be there the whole time to be her translator. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, but this is the reason you had 9 months to learn Russian. If I don't learn Russian for no other reason, I'm gonna learn this so that when I'm in pain in the hospital, I know what to tell them during birth. Okay, but I digress. So she brings up how she is not regretful for staying there and having a baby there in Russia. He says how he's been texting her family the whole time to keep them updated on what's happening or whatever, because they're not there. But she again cannot communicate with anybody, not even her nurses, say, I'm in pain. She had to tell him stuff that he had to translate. I'm like, I could not do that. So she's in the hospital surrounded by strangers who don't speak her language. But I guess so. So they tell her after she's been pushing for a little bit of a while, how, what I'm saying, the baby is not positioned correctly in the hip area, and that's why the labor is so much pain. So she's like, she's in the whole, like, she's like, I cannot. She was acting like Jocelyn. So again, she pushed for a couple hours, and as you see that lawn chair, that bed is like a mental bed hospital. I just cannot. I cannot. All right. So she's been pushing this. It's painful. So they then told her that they said further attempts to deliver naturally will be dangerous. So she then had to have a C-section. Yeah. So she's there having a C-section in Russia. I would not want to do that, okay? Because you crying, do they know do stand your crying tears? I cannot do it. I would not want to have surgery in a country that I do not speak. I have to be knocked out unconscious Okay, and they just doing whatever. Just saying. So Sasha was in the room. Okay, he was scared and everything. Now the doctors put on a little mask. I'm like, it was like cloth. It was just so weird. I'm like, what, girl? I'm like, cause this. It just looked. I laughed when I seen him put the thing on. I'm like, that's just different than how we have ones in the States. But I digress. So he has never been there for any of it. So he was like shell shocked seeing them cut her open, ripping it open, putting their hands in there, pulling the baby out. So his eye, he was like, he was shocked. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? A whole baby is born, you know what I'm saying? Little baby boy, where's the picture? Little baby boy named David, okay? Not David, okay? David was born after 10 hours of labor and a C-section. And I said, okay, I guess they good now. And last but not least, okay, we have Tania and Syngin. Okay, it's the following day. He's been in there one day or whatever, and she says how she missed playing with his underarm hair. I'm like, that's weird. I mean, not really in the grand scheme of things or whatever, but I feel like, really, that's what you missed about him so much? Playing with that girl, okay. I would have missed something else. But I'm just saying. So he had like, what's up with today? Like, what we gonna do for today? She said, well, my friends are leaving tomorrow, so today we gonna hang out with them. And I'm like, what? Why does she keep... Your man is in town. You always have had your friends. Why are you insistent that y'all all hang out together? I don't know why. Girl, again, I don't know. So, she then says in front of Syngin how her friends come first. Her friends come first. She's known them for 14 years. They've been around before him. They'll be around after him. Excuse me, damn it. And he just has to accept it. Like, they will always come first because girl, look, there's a difference between wanting to respect your friendships and not, blow your friends off for a dude versus I have not seen my man in 6 months, but I see y'all all the time, okay? And so for a week or two, I'm not going to talk to y'all. Why? Because I'm enjoying my man. And after me and him have had a whole bunch of sex, we will all hang out, okay? And my thing is, y'all not even in your hometown. Y'all are in New York. If you see them at home, I don't get it. You will forever be single if you put your friends ahead of the person you plan to spend the rest of your life with. And I mean that in the aspect of you have to spend quality time with your man. Secure this marriage because he's a real man. Okay, I'm just salt and pepper with it all. Okay, but you can't. Girl, I don't agree with my friends come first. I don't. I don't. I would not want Karla to put me before her fiance. I just would not. And she wouldn't because my thing is, we're not battling for a place. I'm her best friend. He's her future husband. Like, spend time with your dude. I love you. Okay? Tanya's crazy. Okay? And he like, that's not the answer I wanted. I don't want her to say they're over me. But, because she's crazy. So, they all go to lunch. Now, these are her friends. Her friends are there. Okay? Those are the friends. I know what I'm saying? Friend one, friend two, with the whole little dimple and cheek or whatever. So they go out to eat a little chit chat or whatever. And they ask like, what are your plans? You know what I'm saying? Since you're here, like to work, but what are your working plans? Like, we says once I get a work permit, you know what I'm saying? I thought about becoming a bartender. Maybe try to be a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go on a Hollywood audition. Maybe try the opera. And he would just, I'm like, that's a weird list of things. I thought him saying bartender was smart because you can learn people, you can meet different people, you can get more comfortable with people. Okay? And you can make a lot of money doing that if you're good. And I think he seems very friendly and personable, so I think that may be good, okay? But he also could be he could be a firefighter, I don't know. But I'm like, the opera, can you sing? I don't know. Anyway, they're like, well, don't you want to kind of like narrow things down, you know what I'm saying, and like pick a lane and then follow it? He said, I just don't want, I could, okay, but then that would be me excluding, possible things that I could do because I don't really know what I love to do just yet, so I don't want to like exclude anything. I want to try everything. And I'm like, okay, he's a free spirit, okay? And you thought she was, but she seems very structured. Very, very structured, okay? She just had maybe like a whole face. I'm not sure. Anyway, her friend, like, if he don't like pick something and like put forth a lot of effort into it, she gonna be irate about it. Like he don't even know that, but she gonna be irate if he doesn't pick something, stick to it, and like go after. I'm looking like, girl, you kind of see why she's single, because she's so focused on this plan that she has that she doesn't want to deviate from the thought process. And sometimes you in life you can't plan everything, because if you could, life would be perfect. If you could, you would not be living in a shed in your mama's backyard. But I'm just saying, okay. So they then get on kids, and if they want kids or they don't want kids, or whatever. He says, "Well, I do want kids. Maybe eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years down the line or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And 3 years is the minimum. The minimum 3 years away." So she then said, "I told him I would give him 3 years. I want them immediately." He said 10 years, but I told him no. Okay, I will give you 3. I will put my birthing hips on hold for 3, but I want a kid in 3 years, okay? And so I'm like, She brings by her mom had her young, and so they're very, very close. And so she wants to have that same closeness with her child. And I'm like, you don't have to, because my mom had me when she was 18 or 19 or whatever. Because I'm 37, my mom is 56. Wait, what year is this? Yeah, she's 56. So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, we not close because of our ages. We're close because she's an amazing mom. So my thing is, you can have a great friendship or relationship with your child without y'all being close in age. But I digress. So, she then brings up how as soon as we have the first child, I want you to immediately come to me again and get me pregnant again. He's like, wait, more? Like what? So this is the first time she's mentioned that she wants more than one kid. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, we never discussed multiple children or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that might not work for me, because he's not even fully sure that he wants children, period. And I say, So the whole time the friends looking like, okay, this is the whole conversation that we should have possibly, had earlier or whatever. So, the friend then said, well, whatever Tanya wants, Tanya gets. I feel like, he gonna do whatever she wants. I feel like Syngin will be the exception to that rule. He seems like he's not going to bend her will. And I say that because he hasn't agreed to have kids yet. He's just saying, well, okay, we can talk, in 3 years, we can talk, do something then. But he ain't said, yes, we're going to have kids. No. I think he will be, they're not going to make it. Simply because I don't see him wanting them to have kids soon, and she want kids soon. That's going to break them up, but I digress. Anyway, so we then see them to go on a final one-on-one date together. And they had the conversation again about kids. He say for him, he is still trying to figure out life. He still doesn't know what he wants to do, whatever. He wants to travel, see the world or whatever. And he doesn't feel like they can do that if they have children. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, I won't let anybody pressure me into having kids or whatever. He said, because kids can make you or they can break you. That's true. It's very, very true, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He brings up how you spoke about wanting to travel the world, but how can you do that with a baby with a baby on your hip? And she says, do you think women have kids and then can't do anything? Like, that's what you think? He's like, no, I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying? Financially, you know what I'm saying? It's tough to do all this stuff with children because children are expensive or whatever. And I say, look, the fact that she's acting like we can do it all, we can afford it. You live in a she shed in your mama's backyard. Okay, y'all can't afford housing. How will y'all be able to afford kids and the travel? I just don't get it. You can't afford the apartment. Anyway, she brings up how, well, in life, you make a list. You make a list of what you want to do, and then you go do it. You know what I'm saying? You go for it. You shoot for the sky, you land on the moon. I'm like, girl, you live in a she shed on the seashore with Syngin. She then tells him how he does not plan. He doesn't plan anything, whatever. He just kind of goes with the flow, whatever. He does not make any plans to do anything or whatever. And that ain't how life should be. You know what I'm saying? You might have to work a job that you hate because you have a plan to do something else. He said, I can't imagine working a job and doing something I hate. I would not do that. Again, They are on totally different wavelengths because you know what you want. They're no longer on vacation. She's no longer visiting him in South Africa on vacation. She is different now. So the real shit is coming out. Okay, so she brings up how you know what I'm saying. No, because he then said, so is it like you, he said you, he said, so you looking for like a sperm donor? She's like, well, no, I'm not that. However, but you know what I'm saying, I have a plan. I had a plan, and then I met you, and so I put my plan on hold of having kids because I met you. But my plan was, yes, all I wanted was a sperm donor. Okay, but then you came around. So you know what I'm saying, again, my plans changed. He says, okay, so you have a story in mind. You have a story in mind that you wrote, and I'm just a character in your story. And you just put me in right here. She says, well, no, but I do want, I definitely plan, and I want my life to be what it is, but I'm happy to have you in it with me. I'm like, girl, y'all not gonna work out. It's not. He said, I'm not going to bend over backwards and be forced to have a child. They're not going to work. She may trick him to knock her up, and then he'll be stuck, but they still won't make it. Just saying. Anyway, that was the whole episode. I will see y'all later. I am JayLee. This is JayLeesCorner. Peace.